What's up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue. I was on the phone with my boy Rich over at Rich's River Smokers, West Virginia. We were talking about barbecue rubs, and we decided to go ahead and do a collaboration on a barbecue rub recipe. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the iCard above and description below. Run by there, tell him No Hippie Barbecue said what's up. Anyway, like I said, the barbecue rub recipe I'm going to be doing is my go-to pork rub recipe. Now, I do kind of vary this up, and we'll kind of talk about that as we go along. Anyway, it's a simple recipe. Let's get started. Now, what I have is I have this old recipe that I've written down on a piece of paper, and I just have it in my cabinet. So anytime I make this rub, I just kind of go back to this as a reference. So anyway, let's get started. First thing we're going to start with is we're going to start with a cup of sugar. So that's just regular white sugar. We're going to hit it again with another cup of brown sugar. Another cup of kosher salt. Don't use table salt. Sea salt might be a good, thing to add to this if you don't have kosher salt. We're going to hit it with a cup of black pepper. Now, I happen to be using a tri-color black peppercorn mix in this, but 1 cup of that. Here's where the color is going to start coming into this. I'm going to be using a 1/2 cup of paprika and then a 1/2 cup of cayenne pepper. Now, if you don't like things as spicy, add a little bit more paprika, a little bit less cayenne pepper. Boom. A 1/4 cup of mustard powder. Another thing that's kind of for color, also for taste, we're going to hit it with 3 tablespoons of turmeric. Recipe will be in the description below. Very underutilized ingredient in barbecue would be, we're going to hit it with 2 tablespoons of ginger. Very underutilized in barbecue rubs. And we're going to go with 3 tablespoons of garlic, 3 tablespoons of onion powder. And I'm going with cumin. If you don't have cumin, just go ahead and add a chili powder to it. Now, as far as the garlic powder and onion powder go, we're adding granulated. You can go with powdered, but sometimes that can get a little caked up on whatever you're putting it on. Now, I'm throwing this into a food processor. You could just throw it into a big container and shake it. I like using a food processor because sometimes that brown sugar especially just doesn't get as incorporated in. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to hit this for about 30 seconds. Alright, so once we get that all mixed in, basically what I'll do is I'll just go ahead, throw this in a Ziploc bag. Very simple. Usually I'll make about double or triple what this batch is. And then, well, you know what? I'll do that off camera. We don't need to do that here. And then I'll just go ahead and throw it in one of these shakers and then just shake it as needed. So anyway, that's my barbecue pork. Even good on chicken. I might tweak it a little bit with chicken, but you know what? Another thing I want to talk about. You know, some people give accent a bad name. I'm not using it in this recipe. I will use it on occasion, but if you want to pump it up a little bit more, if you're not MSG intolerant, you can go ahead and add like a, couple tablespoons of this. Go ahead. Most of your commercial rubs are going to have this in there as well. Anyway, that's my go-to barbecue pork rub. Go check out Rich over at Rich's River Smokers, West Virginia. Thanks for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I appreciate it. I'm out.